Good evening, everybody. I am Village Attorney Danielle Gersick, and I'd like to call the Village of Niles regular Board of Trustees meeting to order at 7 p.m. Please join me as we say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Village Clerk Marlene Victorine, will you please call the roll?
Thank you. Trustee Strzelecki?
Here.
Trustee Laverty?
Here.
Trustee Niedermeyer?
Here.
Trustee Matthias?
Here.
Trustee Jeckett?
Here.
President Alpajanis?
Here.
We have a quorum.
President Alpajanis notified the Village Clerk Marlene Victorine of his inability to attend tonight's meeting in person. However, he is able to join remotely. Do I hear a motion and a second to allow President Alpajanis to join the February 22nd, 2022 board meeting via audio/visual conference?
So moved.
Second.
Village Clerk Marlene Victorine, will you please call the roll?
Trustee Matthias?
Yes.
Trustee Jeckett?
Yes.
Trustee Strzelecki?
Yes.
Trustee Laverty?
Yes.
Trustee Niedermeyer?
Yes.
Thank you.
President Alpajanis, the chair is yours.
Thank you very much, Danielle. Thank you, everybody. Good evening. The first order of business is announcements. Fred Braun, you have an announcement for us this evening?
Yes, Mayor, thank you. In addition to the obvious reasons, I look forward to the end of winter because it's time for the village's annual electronics recycling event. Saturday, March 26th from 9 a.m. to noon at the Niles Public Works Facility at 6849 West Toohey Avenue. This event is for Niles residents only. It is a drive-through event and face masks must be worn. Accepted electronics include cable receivers, cell phones, computer cables, computer monitors, computers, converter boxes, desktop printers, fax machines, mice and keyboards, MP3 players, portable digital assistants, satellite receivers, scanners, televisions, video game consoles, video recorders and players, and zip drives. Only those items are accepted. Reasons to recycle are that Illinois has banned the disposal of most electronics in landfills. Electronic waste represents 2% of all waste, but 70% of toxic waste. Recycling creates jobs, particularly in the scrap metal and glass industries. In addition to the electronics recycling, members from the Niles Family Services Department will be there collecting donations to the Niles Food Pantry. So please bring non-perishable food items to the drive. The drive is sponsored by the Village of Niles and Groot Industries. Thank you.
Fred, thank you very much. Presentations. At this time, I'm going to call upon Fire and Police Commissioner, or Fire and Police Commission Executive Director Barry Mueller. Barry?
Thank you, Mayor and members of the board. We have 4 different oaths tonight. For the first one, I'd like to invite Michael Jarvis, our new firefighter paramedic, up to the podium, please. Michael, if you could raise your right hand and repeat after me, speaking into the microphone. I state your name.
I, Michael Jarvis,
Having been appointed to the office of firefighter paramedic
having been appointed to the office of firefighter paramedic
in the fire department of the Village of Niles in the county of Cook,
in the fire department of the Village of Niles in the county of Cook,
aforesaid do solemnly swear or affirm
aforesaid do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the laws and ordinances of the Village of Niles, Illinois,
the ordinances and laws of the Village of Niles, Illinois,
and the rules and regulations of the Fire and Police Commission and department concerned,
and the rules and regulations of the Fire and Police Commission and department concerned,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of firefighter paramedic according to the best of my ability.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of firefighter paramedic according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now Chief Feld is going to come up and say a few words and present his badge.
I'd like to first start by thanking the commission for providing us with an excellent addition to the Niles Fire Department. Michael Jarvis, this is one of my best honors, is to present somebody with their badge. I do hope that you wear this badge with pride, learn about our past as you become our future. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Chief.
We're going to do pictures at the end of all the oaths, and family will have an opportunity to get a picture also if they prefer. The next person I'd like to give the oath to is Anthony. Please come on up, our new police officer, Anthony Kudra III. Anthony, if you could raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Anthony Kudra,
having been appointed to the office of police officer
having been appointed to the office of police officer
in the police department of the village of Niles, Illinois, in the county of Cook,
in the police department of the village of Niles in the county of Cook,
aforesaid do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
that I will support the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
the ordinances and laws of the village of Niles, Illinois,
the ordinances and laws of the village of Niles, Illinois,
and the rules and regulations of the Fire and Police Commission and department concerned,
and the rules and regulations of the Fire and Police Commission and department concerned,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of my ability.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. And Deputy Chief Romano, come on up and please present his badge. That's okay. Congratulations, Anthony. Next, I'd like to invite Kyle Danowich, another police officer, forward, please. Please raise your right hand, speak into the microphone, and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Kyle Danilowicz,
having been appointed to the office of police officer
having been appointed to the office of police officer
in the police department of the village of Niles, Illinois, in the county of Cook,
in the police department of the village of Niles in the county of Cook,
aforesaid do solemnly swear or affirm
aforesaid do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
the laws and ordinances of the village of Niles, Illinois,
the ordinances and laws of the village of Niles, Illinois,
and the rules and regulations of the fire and police department and commission and department concerned,
and the rules and regulations of the Fire and Police Commission and the department concerned,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of my ability.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of police officer according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Kyle. And now, last but certainly not least, I'd like to ask Roy Balsamo to come up for his promotion to police sergeant. Please raise your right hand, Roy, and repeat after me into the microphone. I state your name,
I, Roy Balsamo,
having been appointed to the office of Police Sergeant
having been appointed to the office of Police Sergeant
in the Police Department of the Village of Niles in the County of Cook,
in the Police Department of the Village of Niles in the County of Cook,
aforesaid do solemnly swear or affirm
aforesaid, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the laws and ordinances of the Village of Niles, Illinois,
the ordinances and laws of the Village of Niles, Illinois,
the rules and regulations of the Fire and Police Commission and department concerned,
and the rules and regulations of the Fire and Police Commission and department concerned,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Police Sergeant according to the best of my ability.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Police Sergeant according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Roy. Okay, now we'll get some pictures. I'd like to ask Michael to come back up, please.
I just want to say on behalf of the Village of Niles, Chief Louis C. Tigera and the Police Department, congratulations, welcome, and stay safe. Michael Stanley, if you'd like to come up.
Very nice meeting you.
You'll see them on the screen.
Wait, Michael, I think they want to take some with you. Come on,
Print around out of.
Oh, it came out after. Thank you.
Come on, Bill.
Greg was saying that he was trying to make out Jordan.
Okay, thank you very much. And I want to personally apologize to Michael, Anthony, and Kyle for not being there to welcome you in person. I'm sorry I was called out of town on business. And I want you to know that this administration, the elected officials in the village of Niles, always stands behind its fire and police departments. So welcome to the village of Niles. And finally, Roy Balsamo, we're proud of you, my friend. Thank you very much and congratulations on being brought up to the rank of sergeant. You've earned it. Proclamations. Black History Month, February of 2022. Whereas February 1st, 2022 marks National Black History Month in the United States. And whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition of the central role Black Americans have played in the United States history and to celebrate the achievements of Black Americans, which will commence the occasion. And whereas Public Law 99-244 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States designating March 1st through February 1st through March 1st as Black History Month. And whereas the 2022 Black History Month's theme is Black Health and Wellness, this focus will celebrate the contributions and breakthroughs of Black professionals, as well as celebrate the cultural richness of those health and wellness practitioners. And whereas this theme will be collectively celebrated by focusing on practices that many in Black American communities perform to improve wellness. Now, therefore, Mayor George D. Alpagianis and the Board of Trustees of the Village of Niles do hereby proclaim the month of February 2022 as Black History Month. Our citizens are encouraged to gain a deeper understanding and appreciation of the contributions of Black Americans to our country and the world. Dated this day, the 22nd of February, 2022. Thank you. Mayor's report. At this time, I'm going to call upon Fire Chief Feld to give us our COVID-19 community update. Marty?
Good evening, Mayor, and good evening, Board. As of this morning, Cook County is reporting a 7-day community positivity rate of 1.4, and our region is showing a 2.7 positivity rate. It has also been documented that in January of 2022, Niles recorded 2,066 new COVID-19 cases. This was the largest one-month increase recorded for our community throughout the pandemic. As a community, we continue to slowly increase our total number of residents that have received both vaccines. Cook County Department of Public Health is stating that 67% of eligible residents have received both shots. The village recently received a check from the Illinois Emergency Management Agency in the amount of $3,947. This reimbursement was for purchases made in fiscal years 2020 and 2021. I continue to work with representatives from FEMA seeking reimbursements that were previously ineligible. Finally, I would like to mention once again that the federal government has a program to assist with the funeral expenses if a death of a family member is related to the coronavirus. FEMA is providing financial assistance for COVID-19 related funeral expenses incurred after January 20 of 2020. For additional information on this program, please call 844-684-6333. The Niles Senior Center staff is also willing to provide assistance with the application if needed. Mr. Mayor, this concludes my report.
Thank you, Marty, and thanks for helping keep our community safe and keep chasing that buck. I appreciate it. We all appreciate that. And President's report. This time, I just want to give a little recap of what's happened over the last 4 weeks. On January 27th, the Niles Chamber of Commerce invited all of us to their leadership luncheon. It was at that point that we unveiled the conceptual plans of the Golf Mill Shopping Center. There's been a lot of buzz created because of it. I believe that Niles is entering in a renaissance era right now, a renaissance phase, that we're really breathing some fresh air. All the elected officials, myself and the board members, along with department heads, are starting to move the village in a very positive fashion forward, and we're looking forward to this. Folks, and all I can ask you is all of our citizens out there as well is just work alongside of us, and keep supporting everything that we've been doing. We appreciate that. During that leadership luncheon, a proclamation was given honoring the life of Henry J. Meinke. Everybody knows Meinke Garden Center on Toohey and Lehigh. Was presented to his son Jim and his daughter-in-law Luann at this Chamber of Commerce event as well. Henry owned the largest or the longest standing family-owned business here in the village of Niles. And we're very proud of our family-owned businesses here in the village. Finally, I just wanted to reiterate once again, over the course of the last couple of days, I know that there are people who found some anti-Semitic notes and bags throughout the neighborhoods, not only in the village of Niles, but in all the surrounding communities as well. It seems, from what I'm understanding and hearing, and I just wanted to reiterate one more time that the village of Niles stands against all forms of hatred, And this has been turned over to our police department. I'm safe in saying that it is an ongoing investigation at this point. If there are any other questions, do not direct them to Village Hall. Please direct them to the police department. And if I'm wrong, Joe Romano, you can step in, but I believe I'm on the right path here. Correct, Joe? That's correct. Thank you very much. And I know that our police department is going to use not only its resources, but state and if needed, so other agencies as well to look into this. And finally, I want to thank once again our Public Works Department for an amazing job in keeping our streets clear. I think the village of Niles has got some of the best streets, not only in the Chicagoland area, but in the state of Illinois. We always want the safety and welfare of our citizens, whether they're driving to or from work, getting our children back and forth to church, schools, or any houses of worship. So I want to take my hat off to all of them. We've always got the support of the entire board, and thank you very much. At this point, trustee reports. I'm going to call on Trustee Jeckett to give us multiple reports of the Northwest Municipal Conference, Solid Waste Agency of North Cook County, or SWANC, and finally, Human Services. John, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Northwest Municipal Conference, the deadlines have passed down in Springfield regarding bills to advance out of committee in both the House and Senate. With the condensed schedule, the conference had seen fewer bills of interest emerge in the General Assembly this year. While individual bills may receive deadline extensions, we are currently only 6 weeks away from scheduled adjournment of the General Assembly. The following is a list of key dates for the remainder of the spring session. The third reading deadlines to advance bills out of the original chamber is February 25th, which is later this week, and in the Senate, March 4th, or the House. The deadline to advance bills for the opposing chamber out of committee is March 25th in both House and Senate, and the third reading deadline for these bills in both chambers is April 1st, with adjournment currently scheduled for April 8th. So it was a rather aggressive schedule this year due to the pandemic and the rescheduling of sessions. And later on this month, or in March 23rd, is the lobby day over in Springfield, down in Springfield, I should say. I won't be able to make it this year, but I'll be down in Springfield in a couple of weeks on Park District business, so I'll be wearing a double hat regarding what needs to be told to them with Golf Main Park District, and I could also do some village business while I'm down there. Solid Waste Agency of Northern Cook County. The Executive Committee has reviewed the draft budget and is recommending that the Board of Directors proceed with the public hearing on the fiscal 2023 budget. This may be done at the March meeting with budget approval in April. So the budget's looking good for this year for the agency. And then Fred mentioned about the electronics recycling. Over at the Glenview, I believe it's the Glenview transfer station, it's also done year round. So if you can't make it done on our scheduled date, you could go to the Glenview transfer station, which is at, it's in Des Plaines on Providence Way, and they're open year round, and Saturdays from 9 to 11:30. So if you can't make it to our recycling, you could go there any Saturday during the course of the year. Moving on to the Human Service Committee, we met on January 26th. And over at the fitness center, the week of January 17th was when the center opened regarding family open swim to members and non-members. The times are from 4 until 7:45 p.m. On Fridays and Saturdays, 12 noon until 3:45. The rates are $6 for adults, $5 for children, non-residents $10, adults $9 for children. And the membership reports for the months of December and January, there were 601 resident memberships, 788 non-resident memberships, for a total of 1,386. And the fitness center continues to offer virtual classes to our members. Non-members may purchase a group express card or a virtual express card. And statistics for these virtual programs from November till present: 214 classes of virtual programming offered, 1,066 total participants, and the breakdown is 223 residents, 803 non-residents. So we're doing a good job during the pandemic, not only offering these classes in person, but we're also continuing doing virtual programming. Family services update: in the past few months, there have been several local reports of school threats from students. The Family Service Department has received several referrals for youth in the community after involvement in threats to local schools. Family Service has been coordinating with the schools and parents to create safety plans for students. Family Services provides crisis support to local students when called upon by the local school administration or Niles Police. And the department has focused on outreach related to addictions and COVID isolation through the Engage program. The current initiative targets local businesses and churches. The Engage program is also building its recovery resources in the area. Senior Center report: the Senior Center will be transitioning the Meals on Wheels program to Meals on Wheels Northeastern Illinois. The new program offers meal choice, and fees are based on a sliding scale rather than monthly income. Meals will be delivered to the Niles Senior Center Monday through Saturday and holidays, and delivered to recipients by volunteer drivers. The Senior Center has matched 12 volunteers with seniors to shovel and clear snow through the Snow Angel volunteer program this winter. And lastly, over at the Teen Center, winter break, we partnered with the Niles Park District for an inaugural Teen Center Sports Brigade. There were 126 students in attendance at the Laverty Center. Attendance for the remote learning, December, November, 379 check-ins to the Teen Center, 84 first-time visitors combined at the Teen Center and Sports Brigade. Staffing issues are getting better. We currently have an intern from St. Augustine University, which is helping at the Teen Center, and the new HR team is doing a great job helping us to staff part-time staff vacancies. We are hoping that we will have our vacancies filled soon. Other business, working on a future location for the Teen Center in case Golf Bill is no longer available. And we have partnered with Maine Township with students that go into peer jury. Since November 1st, we have had 8 students serve some of their hours with the Teen Center and with the City Line Bible Church in Niles. And that concludes my reports.
Thank you, Trustee Jeckett. We appreciate all of your hard work you put in all these committees and agencies. We'll now be hearing from Trustee Laverty, Finance. Joe?
Thank you, Mayor. The Finance Committee met on February 9th, and the entire meeting basically was spent on reviewing the capital improvement budget. I'd like to thank Village Manager Lamargo. He brought this procedure to Niles this year, and it really gave the Finance Committee an opportunity, as the board will have the same opportunity soon, to just focus on the capital improvement part of our village, and it was a tremendous value in doing it that way. So I also want to thank Kent Olivan and the Finance Director and all the department heads that were at that meeting that sat through maybe some boring parts or long parts, but I want to thank you all because the bottom line is the budget will continue to provide the improvements that we need and that our citizens deserve and expect. So, thank you. That concludes my report, Mayor.
Thank you, Chairman Laverty. We appreciate your works. Trustee Niedermeyer, Bike and Pedestrian Plan Advisory Group, General Government and IT Committee.
Thanks, Mayor. The General Government IT Committee met on Tuesday, February 8th at 9 a.m. via Zoom. The committee offered a status report on the IT Network and Infrastructure Assessment, RFQ. The group was able to negotiate free assessments from 2 different vendor partners, and a status update is expected by the next meeting. The committee also discussed recommending the renewal of the annual Tyler Energov software support and maintenance package that runs most of the software in the village. The next meeting is slated for Tuesday, March 8th at 9 a.m. The Bicycle and Pedestrian Plan Advisory Group met on February 2nd at 3 p.m. Tom Powers led the group through an executive summary of the transportation program call for projects, where the group agreed that the village's best shot for funding support lay in the development of a robust multimodal bike lane down Shermer Avenue, connecting to future bike lanes on Morton Grove and the existing one in Glenview. The group then further discussed language revisions regarding the village's sidewalk ordinance, favoring slightly wider, more pedestrian-friendly sidewalks for future repaving. The next meeting is scheduled for tomorrow, February 23rd at 3 p.m. And the Comprehensive Plan Advisory Committee met on Tuesday, February 15th at 7 p.m. via Zoom. Group leaders from the Lakota Group reviewed and discussed their draft vision statements, goals, and policies for the Niles 2040 plan, shared lots of data as well as constituent feedback collected over the last several months from Niles residents. It was a robust discussion and about how to uniquely position Niles for the next 20 years, as well as discussion on other Phase 2 topics for the comprehensive plan. That concludes my reports, Mayor.
Thank you, Trustee Niedermeyer, and thanks for all your hard work. This administration collectively has really been pushing for better safety measures for our pedestrians and for our bicyclists, so thanks for the hard work. And finally, Trustee Strzelecki, Public Safety Committee. Dean?
Thank you, Mayor. The Public Safety Committee met on February 18th at 9 a.m. The Police Department presented information and justification for an enhancement to our current license plate reader program in Niles. The enhancement includes a change to the provider, Flock Safety, as well as additional units that will broaden the police ability to investigate incidents in Niles. This program will also give the Niles Police Department the ability to gather data from other communities in this network that will provide Niles additional investigative information. The Fire Department presented a request to purchase digital radios for their apparatus to conform to the upgrade in Red Center, as well as bringing us into the 21st century. The Fire Department will work with finance to find the best solution in disposal of the current equipment. They also presented a request to purchase on a grant replacements for the expired MSA air packs and adapters for the firefighters. The grant is a 90-10 grant in which the village only needs to provide 10% of the cost, which equates to $23,000. Both departments then reported on their 2023 budgetary request. Fire is in need of a replacement ambulance, while police are requesting a change in staff, body cameras, license plate reader program, as you heard, an update in the training room, records, digitalization, and assistance to the police memorial program. All items passed at the committee level. This concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Strzelecki. We appreciate everything. And folks, before I move into public comments, I do want to say I apologize, but during my president's report, I skipped over another piece that I would like to share with everybody in case everyone hasn't seen it. WTTW PBS did a beautiful piece on us earlier in the month. You should all check it out. It was on the Chicago Timeout. It is on the village website, the village Facebook page, on YouTube. And just a wonderful piece of how things are carrying out throughout Chicagoland and the things that we're doing here in the village of Niles. Okay, and finally, public comments. The floor is open to public comments on agenda items only. Please step up to the microphone, state your name and city, and make your comment. You will be allotted 3 minutes. Please make sure that you sign in at the receptionist desk. Thank you. Public comments? I can't see the rest of council chambers, but it looks like nobody's stepping up. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Sorry, I can see all of you though. Okay, consent agenda. All items on consent agenda are considered to be routine and will be enacted in one motion. There will be no individual discussion on these items unless the trustee so requests. In the event, the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered at the end of new business. I will consider a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
And Marlene, our village clerk, if you call the roll, please.
Yes. Trustee Laverde?
Yes.
Trustee Niedermeyer?
Yes.
Trustee Matthias? Trustee Jeckett?
Yes.
Trustee Strzelecki?
Yes.
And President Alpajanis?
Yes. Village Clerk Marlene Victorine, if you would please read consent agenda items 11A through 11G into the record.
Thank you. 11A, approval of January 25, 2022 regular Board of Trustees meeting minutes. 11B, ordinance amending Chapter 82 Solid Waste, Article 1 General, Section 8214, permit applications required for public right-of-way to the Niles Code of Ordinances. 11C, ordinance approving a change order number 1 for 2021 tree trimming program from Homer Tree Care, Inc. by increasing the contract price by $17,737 for a total contract amount of $92,257 and authorizing the expenditure of funds to pay for such change order. 11D, resolution authorizing parking easements on the properties commonly known as 7350 Croname Road, 7400 Croname Road, and 7448 Natchez Avenue, Niles, Illinois. 11E, resolution authorizing the application for 2022 Cook County Department of Transportation and Highways Invest in Cook program. 11F, resolution authorizing an intergovernmental agreement between Cook County and the Village of Niles for the construction of the North Branch Trail Connection Project. And 11G, resolution appointing Donna M. Dunn, Human Resources Director, as the authorized agent for the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund, IMRF.
Very good. Thank you, Clerk Victorine. Do I hear a motion for board approval of consent agenda items 11A through 11G?
So moved.
Second.
Very good. Marlene, if you call the roll.
Trustee Strzelecki?
Yes.
Trustee Laverde?
Yes.
Trustee Niedermeyer?
Yes.
Trustee Matthias? Trustee Jeckett?
Yes.
President Alpajanis?
And yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, new business items. Item number 12A, Trustee Niedermeyer.
Thank you, Mayor. I move for board approval of an ordinance approving a text amendment to Appendix B zoning ordinance, Section 7, Special Purpose Districts, Section 7.4 CE Cannabis Establishment Overlay Districts, A, boundaries to expand the boundaries of the Southern Cannabis Establishment Overlay District.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
The Planning and Zoning Board voted 6-1 to 0 to recommend approval of the request at a public hearing held on February 7th, 2022.
Mr. Mayor?
Okay.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, Trustee Strzelecki.
I would like to make a motion to table this item and send it back to village staff to evaluate and provide the village board with a recommendation on options to further expand the South Cannabis Overlay District to include more commercial properties within the Tui Triangle.
Wonderful. Is there a second to this motion?
Second.
Okay, Marlene, we have a new motion on the floor, and I'm assuming we're gonna have to call the roll again, correct?
And just for a clarification, are you tabling this to the next meeting date, so the March meeting, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so yes, I'm going to take a roll call on the friendly amendment, the motion to table to the next meeting. Trustee Strzelecki?
Yes.
Trustee Laverde?
Yes.
Trustee Niedermeyer?
Yes.
Trustee Matthias?
Yes.
Trustee Jeckett?
Yes.
So this will be remanded back to staff.
Correct.
Very good. Thank you very much for that. Item number 12B. Trustee Matthias.
I move for board approval of a resolution authorizing a contractual extension with Malou Design LLC to provide the municipal landscape maintenance and lawn restoration program in the amount of $186,503.75.
Second.
This contract includes landscape maintenance services throughout the village, along with sod restoration needed to repair various excavations performed by the Public Works Department. This is a second extension of the contract and includes the removal of 3 landscape areas and the addition of 6 landscape areas, as well as a slight increase in the lawn restoration quantities due to the increased number of utility repairs.
Thank you very much, Trustee Matthias. Okay, any comments to my virtual left?
No.
To my virtual right?
I just one question. This is the second year of an existing contract, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
But am I reading this correctly, that we increased the existing contract?
The cost of the contract increased not because the price per unit increased. We added some additional locations that weren't landscaped areas before.
Yeah, so we have a unit price for everything, and we're just adding in more.
Correct, yes,
Okay,
that's correct.
thank you.
And just to clarify, we are subtracting a couple locations as well that are no longer
Right,
needed.
okay.
Fred, some of those neighborhoods were Golden Acres and what others?
I'm sorry?
Some of the newer areas that were added into this were Golden Acres, I believe, was one of them. What were some of the other ones?
This is the landscape median on Howard Street that was installed by the bike crossing, the former Marathon gas station site, the Byline Bank site, along the railroad tracks on Austin Avenue, and then the landscaping around the new police parking garage.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Just for clarification, I apologize about that.
No problem.
Okay, well, we have a first and a second. Any other comments before I ask the clerk to call the roll? If
Yes,
not,
Mayor.
no. Jeanette,
I
I'm
should
sorry.
probably include this because this is very important. We're requesting $186,000 for this, and it's still, we're $4,702.25 under budget.
Great. That's with the addition of all the new properties, correct?
Correct.
Thank you very much. If there are no more comments, then I'm going to ask our village clerk, Marlene Victorine, to please call the roll.
Trustee Matthias?
Yes.
Trustee Jeckett?
Yes.
Trustee Strzelecki?
Yes.
Trustee Laverde?
Yes.
Trustee Niedermeyer?
Yes.
Passes.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, item number 12C, Trustee Matthias, make sure she's got a glass of water in front of her. She's going to be talking a lot.
I move for board approval of a resolution authorizing a contractual agreement with Sorba Group to provide design engineering services for the Milwaukee Avenue Green Alley design in the amount of $39,567.70.
Second.
Sorba Group was selected for this work based on past satisfactory relationship working on capital projects in the village in accordance with Chapter 4, Section G of the Purchasing Manual.
Thank you very much, Danette. Okay, comments to my left, Dean or Joe?
Nope.
To my right, Craig, Danette, or John?
Nope.
If not, Marlene, if you'd please call the roll.
Trustee Matthias?
Yes.
Trustee Jeckett?
Yes.
Trustee Strzelecki?
Yes.
Trustee Laverde?
Yes.
Trustee Niedermeyer?
Yes.
Passes.
Thank you very much. Item number 12D, Trustee Matthias.
I move for board approval of a resolution authorizing the president or his designee to sign an application to the 2022 ComEd Powering Safe Communities for the electric vehicle charging station for Village of Niles Greenwood Stormwater Basin Project in the amount of $22,600.
Second.
This is Niles' second application for the ComEd Powering Safe Communities grant program, one of which were previously awarded Police Department. The total project is estimated at a cost of $22,600 and is already included with Greenwood Basin Project. The village would need to contribute at least 50% or $10,000.
Very good. Danette, I'm glad to see that we're moving in that direction as well. So nice job to your committee. Any comments to the left?
No, sir.
To the right, anybody? If not, Village Clerk Victorine, if you call the roll, please.
Trustee Matthias?
Yes.
Trustee Jeckett?
Yes.
Trustee Strzelecki?
Yes.
Trustee Laverde?
Yes.
Trustee Niedermeyer?
Yes.
Passes.
Very good. And Trustee Matthias, item number 12E.
I move for board approval of a resolution authorizing a contractual agreement with A. Epstein and Sons International, Inc. to provide the Monroe Street, Milwaukee Avenue Phase 1 engineering in the amount of $189,639.
Second.
The improvement of Milwaukee and Monroe pedestrian crossing was identified in the 2014 Bike and Pedestrian Plan. Following the completion of Phase 1, staff will pursue federal funding for the Phase 2 design and construction phases.
Very good. Thank you very much. Comments to the left? Trustees Strzelecki or Laverde?
Yes.
Yes.
Must know I may have a question.
You're better, you're
Just a
chairman of
question.
finance.
No, a question. The background indicates that Phase 2 was gonna go for federal grant. I guess my question is, why isn't Phase 1 going for federal grant?
Fred?
This is not eligible. Phase 1 engineering isn't eligible for the grants for this project. That's the only reason.
I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Phase 1 engineering is not eligible for grants for this project. So,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Comments to the right? Trustees Niedermeyer, Matthias, or Jeckett? Very good. This time, we'll let Village Clerk Victorine, if you call the roll.
Oh, hang on, I'll jump in a little bit. So this is part of the Bike and Pedestrian Committee. This is one of the areas that was identified as slightly problematic along Milwaukee, in an effort to try and make this a much safer town to walk and ride a bike and drive a car in. An exhaustive study of Milwaukee Avenue was done, and this was identified as one of the best places for us to be able to allow folks to walk back and forth without having to worry about getting clobbered. So hopefully this is one in a long series of things that we're going to be able to do to help make the place a lot safer to walk and bike, and make mobility a much stronger selling point of Niles.
Thank you, Craig. We appreciate that. Okay, if not, Marlene?
Yes. Trustee Matthias?
Yes.
Trustee Jeckett?
Yes.
Trustee Strzelecki?
Yes.
Trustee Laverde?
Yes.
Trustee Niedermeyer?
Yes.
Passes.
Very good. Financial reports. Trustee Laverde.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve the accounts payable, including payroll, in the amount of $4,745,816 for the month ending January 2022.
Second.
Trustee
Mark?
Laverde?
Yes.
Trustee Niedermeyer?
Yes.
Trustee Matthias?
Yes.
Trustee Jeckett?
Yes.
And Trustee Strzelecki?
Yes.
I move that the treasurer's report for the month ending January 31st, 2022 be approved and filed for audit with a beginning cash balance of $42,811,323, receipts of I don't think it's 15,000. Can you help me there? Looks like 157. Something's not making sense, the number. My thing shows 15751, comma, 750. Is it 15 million? Okay, maybe I got it. Receipts of 15,751. No, I'm not getting this. 15,751,000. Is that correct? 15 million?
Yes, it appears to be correct.
I think a comma is missing, and I'm not sure.
15,751,750.
15 million, right?
$15,751,750.
Disbursements of $16,907,664, with an ending cash balance of $41,655,409. I apologize, the comma
Second.
Okay, if we could call the roll?
Thank you. Trustee Laverty?
Yes.
Trustee Niedermeyer?
Yes.
Trustee Matthias?
Yes.
Trustee Jeckett?
Yes.
Trustee Strzelecki?
Yes.
Passes.
Very good. Okay, next meetings, I'm gonna hand it over to Village Clerk Marlene Victorine.
Thank you. On Thursday, there will be a Board of Trustees Budget Workshop Part 1, Fiscal Year 2023 5-Year Capital Improvement Plan. That's February 24th, 2022 at 6 p.m. here at Village Hall. The next regular meeting of the Board of Trustees will be March 22nd, 2022 at 7 p.m.
Very good. Marlene, is it gonna be televised on the 24th?
Yes, it will.
Very good. Well, I would highly recommend that our citizens, if they have time, to tune in on it. This is going to be the capital improvement project for the first time. Something very, very different is going to be unveiled here, and some of the highest forms of transparency that this government has ever seen. This is what Trustee or Chairman Laverty was speaking about in his Financial Committee report. Okay. Public comments. We will now take public comments for non-agenda related items. Anyone who's here to speak up on non-agenda related items, please do so.
Luella Preston, Niles, trustee of the Village of Niles from 1985 to 2013. First item is a congratulations to the new firefighter Michael Jarvis, the new police officers Anthony Kudra, Kyle Danilowicz, and for the promotion to Ray Balsamo to sergeant, and he was on the force when I was a trustee. Second, there was a proclamation read for Black History Month. Proclamations should be proclaimed the month before so that the citizenry know that February was Black History Month as opposed to on the 22nd of February. So any proclamations going forward for the rest of the year, please do them the month before so that they can be celebrated during the whole month. On Thursday, you're going to do the 5-year capital improvement plan, and when you are considering that, please consider construction that's done during the winter. I was here at the December board meeting, and I live in the 9200 block of Maryland, and my street has been under construction since before Christmas. Part of the street that has been dug up and now is resurfaced with dirt. Some of it's resurfaced with gravel. Some of it's resurfaced with temporary asphalt. It's horrid. No one should have to deal with what we've had to deal with. So going forward, trustees, whenever you let a contract, be sure that there's not going to be major construction during the winter. This was supposed to be a 6 to 8 week project. We are now at the end of February, and I don't know that the end is in sight. Regarding Golf Mill renovation, I've lived in the village since 1975 and have seen the transformation of Golf Mill. It looks like I'm going to see another transformation. Similar maybe to Randhurst and Mount Prospect. I don't know of anyone that I know of who likes the new renovated Randhurst where you have to move your car to go to all these different stores. Last but not least, I want to thank Village Manager Lamarga for promoting Kathy Bakey to Assistant Village Manager. I've known Kathy all the time that she's worked in the village. She's worked for general government. She is known as a professional person. She is honest, knowledgeable, trustworthy. I always found her wonderful to work with in all the different jobs that she has. Thank you, good luck, congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you, Luella. Okay, there's no other public comments.
There's one more, George.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, the screen goes back and forth.
It's okay, no problem. Good evening. My name is Stephen Sanders, he, him. I am an organizer with the Niles Coalition and the Niles Community Members. We want to call upon the Village of Niles to improve its appointment process for the various committees to engage a diverse slate of applicants. These groups have the potential to give residents agency in how their local government is run, encourage involvement in local community events, and provide a direct connection to the village staff. The application process should be transparent and prominently displayed throughout the village website and buildings. This is especially urgent with appointments being voted on in May. This process needs to be open and easy for all residents of the village. I am a member of the village's Bike and Pedestrian Advisory Committee, and I have been since its inception last year. My involvement with the committee has increased my participation in the community, and I am building relationships inside of the village. I feel I have a hand in shaping and growing the village that I am raising my family in. Because of this experience, I want to encourage more people to get involved. This brings me to the Community Relations Commission. With its stated purpose to foster, encourage, and stimulate the improvement of relations among and between citizens of all races, creeds, national origin, economic, and educational levels. It has the potential to be an invaluable asset to the community. Now, with the recent racist acts at Niles West and the distribution of hateful anti-Semitic literature, the CRC has an opportunity to enact its mission. To do so, this committee needs to represent the entire community, not just the select few who have already been involved. This is why it is imperative that the village makes the process accessible for more residents. This is why we are calling upon the village and the mayor to bring the appointment process to the forefront so that everyone in the community has agency in our local government. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate your time and efforts, and we appreciate what you're doing for our village and the pedestrian walkway committee. There's no other public comments. I will be asking for a motion and a second to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
And will our village clerk, Marlene Victorine, please call the roll?
Thank you. And for the record, we're going into executive session to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body per 5 ILCS 122C1 and litigation per 5 ILCS 122C11. And the board will adjourn from executive session.
Thank you very much for that.
I'd like to call the roll.
Yeah, we have a first and a second on the floor.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Trustee Niedermeyer to go into executive session?
Yes.
Trustee Matthias?
Yes.
Trustee Jeckett?
Yes.
Trustee Strzelecki?
Yes.
And Trustee Laverty?
Yes.
Very good. Well, thank you, folks. Thank you for everything tonight. Elected officials, I'll see you in the back. And folks, have a nice evening.